Got it. Ready? Let's go. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Ready? Hut, go. Let's go. Here we go. Jack. Up. Ready. Go. On the set. Set up. Ready. Set. Ready. Okay, break. Okay, ready? Ready? Come on, set! Ready? Ready, ready. Hut. Hey. Ready. Head. On the jump. Hut, hut. Go. Go. Ready up. Ready. Get it. Ready, ready. Ready, ready! Hut, hut! Ready, break! Get up! Here we go, here we go! Let's go!
It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we're watching the Snowhawks star running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Snowhawks and the Bulls. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Brooklyn Bulls taking on the Snowhawks of Toronto. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this one is right through, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now they run. It's Mason. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Anthony. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
On 1st and 10, Anthony. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bulls have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gregory. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Anthony. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Anthony over the middle, complete. It's Gregory. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Anthony. And this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Anthony. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Anthony. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Anthony. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Throwing on 1st down. Anthony. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gregory. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Anthony. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Anthony. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bulls have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bush. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Snowhawks have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Snowhawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into that.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start with the option, and only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We began by taking a trip across the Atlantic to the City of Light, the French capital of Paris. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 28-17, your final score. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Looking to throw. Anthony. He's got Mason complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Anthony.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Anthony. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gregory. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Anthony. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to take the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Start offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 41-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Anthony. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Anthony.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start. Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Anthony. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
2nd and a couple.
Operating from the gun, Anthony. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll run again with Mason. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. On 1st and 10, Anthony, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing on first down. Anthony, throw left side, complete. That's Gregory. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Anthony.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bulls look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 5.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Second down and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start. Offense.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's a handoff out of the gun to about the 26 here.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. And he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year.
And the Snowhawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mason. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 30 seconds remaining. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way, but
Bottom line, they're still alive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll come up now on second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Brooklyn, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Toronto, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.